I had one subscriber which wanted me to talk about this article that claims a Seattle student has failed the quiz for saying that men can't get pregnant. Right. So the teacher didn't like that very much. Now, I'm not actually going to talk about the article because I'm pretty sure like everyone knows what is going to be discussed. It's kind of interesting that this question even pops up at school. Like I didn't discuss it, but for some reason now it is something in the curriculum. As you can see, the questions were like all men have penises, only women can get pregnant, right? And if you answer incorrectly, you're going to get points deducted. But I want to go through Reddit and read to you something very interesting. So this actually went viral, and it's connected to the previous article. I think it's more interesting if we analyze it. But basically, the opening poster is saying that veil transphobia at work, and they're not feeling safe, right? So the walls are closing in. I assume, like what do you define as a feeling of lack of safety? Like, is there no police officer there? Like, are you afraid that someone can pickpocket from you? Are you scared that the security guard from your workplace is an elderly man and he could not help you if you get into an altercation with the colleague? Like, this is what needs to be expanded. Whenever someone says that they're not feeling safe, it's a vague concept. Like, we have to delve into it. Like what do you mean that you do not feel safe? Like did you written your password from your bank account in your pocket and you're afraid that someone can see it? Like, help me understand, because I can't help you unless you help me, right? So this person is not feeling safe, but they also don't know what to do, so they're coming to us for help. And they're saying that they tried posting in a different subreddit, but it didn't go through due to their throwaway account. The reason they are using a throwaway account is due to the fact that the real one ties to their work. I hope that it works here. I could really use some advice. They came to the right place. I'm in a weird situation. A new colleague has joined, and he refuses to use my pronouns, or even my name. Instead, he refers to me as my esteemed colleague. I confronted him politely, and just said something like, "You are my colleague, and I hold you in esteem, hence my esteemed colleague." It is bullshit. I can tell he is just being transphobic piece of shit. He calls others by their names. I'm the only trans woman in the office, and it's really making me uncomfortable. I even spoke to HR about this, but they said they can't do anything because my esteemed colleague is apparently not discriminatory. It's genuinely uncomfortable working with him because of this. It really gives me creeps and makes me feel dehumanized. Well, when you're at the workplace, as a person who had 3 different jobs, there will always be someone that makes you uncomfortable. And unfortunately, I do not think that there is such a workplace where everyone makes you comfortable. So it is up to you to learn how to deal with these people. I would recommend the philosophy of Stoicism, which helps us realize that there are a couple of things in life we can change, and we should focus on those rather than the things in life we can't change. If we focus on the things in life that we cannot change, it makes us more emotional beings. It makes us feel stress, experience this discomfort that you're talking about. So I would definitely recommend the writings of Epictetus. But if you do not like the ancient Greeks, you can always read a little bit of Christianity. I'm not talking about the Bible, because you may not be a believer, but there is a lot of Christian philosophy, especially from the Orthodox Church, which doesn't necessarily focus on the spiritual realm, but it does, give people advice on how to deal with situations such as these. When you have a colleague at the workplace, which seems to be making you feel uncomfortable. Now, I would like to make a comment about this, right? Like, going back to the first article where the student has failed the exam, the quiz, for not answering properly, and why this person seems to feel uncomfortable as well. A lot of people are a little bit confused, okay? Because you are operating on the previous patch notes. We live in more modern times where culture is shifting constantly. Like what was true last year is not necessarily true this year, and it will definitely not be true the year after. You see, initially, the whole thing with the pronouns was promoted as, well, you have to be respectful, right? Like you don't want to upset other people. You don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. So you're using pronouns as a way of being polite. But again, like those are the previous patch notes. We don't use them anymore. Okay? Like what is important now is what's in your mind. The question is, have you actually been convinced? What is in your heart? What is in your soul? If someone asks you, is a trans woman a woman? They're not interested in hearing you say the correct response. They're interested in knowing that you truly believe this. Like, do you genuinely, unironically believe this? And if you don't, then you are taking a piss on all of the years that the activists have slaved in, right? Like all those university professors. I want you to close your eyes, right? Like, and imagine those old ladies like slaving on the benches of academia, struggling really hard in order to try and convince you. All of those politicians, all of that money that has been pumped up, you are literally saying that it was for nothing. And that is upsetting. That makes me uncomfortable. Like knowing so much cash was wasted and you still haven't been convinced in 2023, there is no hope for you. And if there is no hope for you, like, look, you have to be ostracized. In this case, as you can see, like the person went to the HR lady trying to get this individual fired because like there's no more hope for them. Like, look, they had so many years to adapt. They had so many times to read Jezebel and to read The Guardian and to listen to CNN, and they chose not to. Now, other Redditors, much more enlightened than me, have issued far better responses. Like you have this person here. For something even more low-key, getting allies in the office, right? So you need to summon the Russians, right? Like how the Germans, they summoned the Russians when they invaded Poland. You need to summon the allies. And telling them how you feel so they can call him on the bullshit. You need to spark up that peer pressure, right? Like get the mob with the pitchforks and the torches. And keep into account that the workplace is actually designed for things like this. Like this is why companies hire an HR. This is why companies are obsessed with the corporate culture. Because like what companies need to create first and foremost is this type of drama, right? The telenovela, so that people like I can read. We don't really care about the products anymore. Like, I don't care if Gillette makes razors. What I do care is, like, the social footprint that Gillette lives on the world, right? So, like, this is what companies really want, like, their employees to handle this. Sometimes people need permission, and I'm willing to bet other people find his shit really annoying and are looking for a reason to shut him up. I want this persona to suffer. This is the new mindset, okay? Like, this is, when people have had enough, I suppose. See, this is why I recommend Christianity. Because there you also have, like, if you're a sinful person, you end up suffering. And hopefully, the suffering dissuades others from being sinful. So when a person suffers, it tells others, hey, if you don't want to suffer, what you need to do is you need to stop making a fool of yourself. Because I'm pretty sure, like, this person really understands. Like, he gets it. Just like that student, which didn't complete the quiz properly, right? Like, the school is supposed to train you on how to behave in life. And if you don't think that men can get pregnant, how are you going to survive in a corporate environment with HR? So let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.